AK-47, Kalashnikov's masterpiece, and we'll be specifically talking about the bolt action. The bolt action is very important because it causes a locking so that the gun doesn't explode. Basically, what happens is that the bullet is basically a mini explosive with the primer setting off the gunpowder, which causes an explosion. What happens is that the bolt locks into place, causing the pressure not to go backwards. The pressure will go through the path of least resistance, and that's forward through the barrel. That is due to when it explodes, the casing widens enough so that the bullet is able to exit with the pressure. Basically, the explosion happens, the bullet is fired out through the barrel of the gun, and a second explosion happens because it reaches supersonic. It breaks the sound barrier, basically, which is the second part of the explosion. That's why guns are so loud, and that's why we need to wear earplugs. Basically, the bolt is a very important part, specifically the locking of it, because it'll basically make sure that all that energy is directed forward instead of outward, which would cause the gun to explode. So, when we're looking at the gun proper, what happens is that when we pull the trigger, that it'll be shown over here right now, the trigger causes the back to fling forward with springs to hit the pin, which hits the primer. The primer is like a mini explosion that sets off the gunpowder inside the bullet. Therefore, the bullet gets shot straight out, and as you can see here, these springs are very important. It's basically the force over which the pressure of the bullet is sent out. What happens is that the bolt will be unlocked and then it'll move back. In order for the bolt to re-go and lock into position, we need the force going backwards to be carried forward again. That's where the spring comes in to play. So, as you can see, this thing hits the pin, the firing pin hits the back of the cartridge and sends it forward. Boom. Boom. This is basically showing you how the bullet is carried. Then, as you can see here, all of this red and yellow is the pressure or gas. Where the bullet is sent flying, the pressure needs somewhere to go. Most of the pressure is directed directly outward with the bullet. But some of the pressure is directed up into the gas tube. The gas tube has a piston, which then draws back through the pressure. Some of the pressure is leaked into the gas piston, and that helps to unlock and send the bolt carrier with the bolt back so that we're able to eject the cartridge. A new cartridge is able to be loaded in and the gun is able to be fired again, or be fired in automatic sequence where it continually just runs through this loop. As you can see here, the bullet goes flying forward. The gas comes straight up and helps push the piston back. The bolt, with the AK, it's a rotating bolt. So the bolt rotates and locks into place with the lug. So that as it comes back, the bolt rotates out of its locking position and is carried back due to the pressure. As you can see, the cartridge is dragged back and will be kicked out by just a piece of metal that's sticking out. It's kicked out, the new cartridge is forward, the spring shoots the bolt carrier and the bolt forward so that it's able to pick up a new round and lock into place. As you see, it spins and locks into place. This is very unique to the AK because the AK specifically has that rotating lock. But this system of gas blowback is iconic for direct blowback weaponry. So whenever you hear a gun and it says, oh, this is a direct blowback gun, it uses the pressure from the explosion and the bullet carrying forward to help unlock and eject and reseat a new bullet. Thank you very much.